this. Let's see here. Let's make sure this actually shows up on my channel. All right. Let's see here. Nobody viewing. Not surprising. I think I set all this up. I ain't said nothing to nobody. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see what we got going on. Post that over here. Yay me. All right. Now what we doing here tonight? We is reviewing Victory Brewing Sour Monkey Sour Brett Triple. Comes in at 9.5% ABV. Let's see, fruity notes from imported Belgian yeast swirl through a precise souring, pucker up to a bite of citrus-laden tang, ending with a delectable experience. Right. Love the can art on this. Got monkey. Kind of like the hear no, see no thing. He's got both of his eyes covered with the long green tongue out. I was like, all right, see how this is going to taste. What's up, East Wind? I don't know about anybody else, but I've been watching college football for most of the day. Bama rolled against Duke. And I live in this great state of South Carolina, and I hate it for my Carolina buddies that they suck this year. They lost to North Carolina. North Carolina was 2-9 last year. Muschamp was supposed to be the savior at coach, and we just ain't. They ain't gonna see it. It just ain't gonna happen like that. I hate to tell them. Ooh, yeah, that smells sour. Oh, damn, you just about pucker just from smelling this. Let's see here. Nice, beautiful color on it. It's got a bit of haze to it. I mean, but it's not like a hazy IPA or anything like that. You got bubbles that go from the bottom to the top, about a finger's worth of head. Damn, looks like half the SEC teams this year are going to be. Oh, is 100% the quarterback Yoda? Well, that's kind of not surprising. There's quite a few folks I know of that are calling for the true freshman to take a play this year, Holinsky. So, ooh, great God, that smells sour. So, go ahead and try this. No, I need to comb out the beard. I need to take and brush it out a little bit more. It's just not. It's all bushy and everything. Yeah, it's hard to explain the flavor other than pleasantly sour, if that makes any sense. It's not like having an atomic warhead, although it's kind of similar. It's got a vinegary note. It's like very lemony and like limey and stuff. That's about the best type of citrus flavor I can explain on this. It's not bad by any means. It's great Lord. Got a bit of sour to it, that's for sure. I will say this though, it's very refreshing. There's nothing on the back end of it, anything like that. And for it to be 9.5% ABV, you cannot taste the alcohol one bit. But it does have especially there at the end, it does have a vinegar twang to it. It's not unpleasant, but it is what it is. I think overall, it's not a bad beer. It's not as bad. It's not as puckering as some gozas that I've had, like the key lime goza from Westbrook. That just kind of all sorts of puckers me whenever I've tried it. This doesn't quite do that. This is refreshing, citrusy. I think is pretty decent. Overall, I'm gonna give this a 3.8 out of 5. If I can do the 1 to 100 scale, I'll take and give it about an 87. I mean, it's really good. I definitely recommend if you like the sour style, and it does have the Brett, and I can't pronounce that word, Brettanomyces or whatever. It does have those, so if it being brewed with the Brettanomyces, you get it. You get a bit of that funk, but it's a good funk. So yeah, overall 3.8 or 87. Now, like I said, I've been watching college football all day. I live in the great state of South Carolina. As you can see, I'm 100% roll motherfucking Tide fan. Alabama all the fucking way. And we did what we were supposed to do. We only played Duke. I mean, thank God it wasn't on the hardwood, or we'd have been screwed. But out on the football field, them boys can't take and hang. And you take and put up 40-something points. And we had 4 starters that were suspended for the first quarter of the game, and we have starting inside linebacker that was hurt. He tore his ACL. We got another linebacker that was out. He's out for the season. So, and then we've got a running back that's out for the season. He's a true freshman, so we can get him back. But the game started off real slow. I mean, halftime, leading into halftime, I'm raising hell, cussing. My wife's like, "You got to calm down. They're a second half team." I was like, "Second half, my ass. Last year we was beating people 42-0 by the time halftime rolled around. That's horseshit." Well, luckily, in the second half, Tua took him through 4 touchdowns. So, it kind of picked everything up just a little bit. We don't play anybody till week 3. And I say that. We're not supposed to play anybody till week 3 whenever we have Carolina. But seeing how Carolina can't beat North Carolina, a 2-19 from last year, we've got 3 straight weeks of playing nobodies. So, and Carolina fans, I would say I'm sorry for what y'all had to go through today, but really I'm not, because y'all, every year is going to, next year is going to be different. Muschamp's going to turn us around. Y'all haven't paid attention whatsoever to what the hell he did, or actually what he didn't do while he was at Florida, which was he multiple top 15 recruiting classes and pissed them away. He just could not get anything started, could not have a consistent offense. And what problem y'all have? Oh, yeah, you can't find a consistent offense. I find it mighty funny that Tennessee lost today. Of course, Jeremy Pruitt, he has only had 2 recruiting cycles, so you kind of got to give them at least one more year. But they lost to Georgia State. It just has not been a good day for some SEC teams, that's for sure. Mississippi lost to Memphis, but I think Mississippi's heading at least in the right direction. They, for playing an AAC team that's got a good returning running back, even though they're breaking into a new quarterback. I think Mississippi, for all the turnover and upheaval and being put on probation and stuff like that, yeah, they lost, but they still put on a good show for the most part. They stalemated with the other team there for a while, which is about what you can expect from a team that's going through that kind of stuff. So, but Mississippi lost. Cheers, John. So I mean, it's one of those things. And of course, you got other games that were out there today, like Ohio State versus Florida Atlantic University. Whoever didn't expect them to get steamrolled, crazy as hell. Ohio State, they're again top notch. They got all kind of good recruits. They had Justin Fields transfer, and he took and showed out today. There's not really a whole lot of good games. I mean, Oregon is playing Clemson are playing Auburn right now, and Auburn's down by 1 point with 3 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. So, yeah, it's a lot closer to what I thought it was going to be. I figured that they'd taken Texas. Texas had. I don't think Texas even played. Oh yeah, Texas did play. They took and beat. Who did they beat? I can't remember who Texas played. Louisiana Tech, 38-14. That's a damn good. That's a damn good score. And of course, it's Louisiana Tech. So, I mean, if they didn't beat them, it'd be kind of like, what the hell's going on here, man? Had a lot of just garbage games today. Which one surprise, Boston College beat Virginia Tech 35-28. I think everybody expected Virginia Tech to kind of pull that one out. Boston College last year, really all they had was the running back, A.J. Dillon, but they won. And Virginia Tech, it seems they've fallen pretty far in the last 4 years, because 4 years ago they, top 15 team every year, like the previous 20 years. Georgia stomped Vanderbilt. Michigan beat Middle Tennessee State University. I'd like to see some week 1 games where it's top 25 versus top 25. Not none of these little bullshit games where they take and play these powder puffs. Wyoming is beating Missouri. Golly, it's been bad for the SEC this weekend. Holy shit. 37-31, Mizzou is losing to Wyoming. I don't even claim Mizzou. Them fuckers should have stayed the Big 12. Nope, Wyoming just won. Washington State's up on New Mexico State. I mean, yeah, these, like I said, not very good games. USC has beaten Fresno. Fresno has had a tendency to surprise people in the past, but I guess they're not doing it today. But to all my anybody that comes across, yeah, I see that OpCon 2 for the Hurricane. Any of my subscribers that watch this, or any of my buddies that run across this, if you're Carolina fans, you might as well go on ahead, put a paper bag over your head anytime you go to the stadium to watch your team, because you lose to UNC, a horrible team in the ACC, might as well be the Aints, the Saints of the late 70s and early 80s. You're not going to take and have a good year. I hate to tell you that. I was looking at y'all's schedule, like, oh, y'all might take and get 8 wins this year. Y'all lost to UNC, and now it's like, you might get 3, maybe 4. I can't tell. I mean, y'all played the Citadel. Y'all lost to them before, so there's no telling. Yeah, Yoda. Us being at OpCon 2, I'll be honest with you, I think it's about a day and a half too early. I think you need to take and wait until later tomorrow to take and see what that hurricane is going to do, when it's going to make that north to easterly, that turn towards the north and that jog towards the east that they're expecting. Because if it goes a little bit too far towards the west, I mean, it could take and still hit Florida before it makes that turn, because they're looking at that the high pressure to take and the high pressure ridge to steer it, and it hadn't steered like they were planning on yet. So if that thing flattens out and it comes up later, even if it doesn't take and hit Florida, we're going to be deep in the brunt, and it'd probably be an extra day out before what they've got planned right now. Because right now it'd be late Wednesday, early Thursday. Anything that thing were to take and come up this way, that we feeling effects. So I don't know, dude. So yeah, that's all I want to do. Take a review this the Victory Sour Monkey live, and or take a review the Victory Sour Monkey, and then take and talk a little bit of college football. I think next week. Now, I'm hoping we can take and get together and do it. Me, Blake TV, Jeremy Vincent, we like taking and talking college football. Things didn't work out this week before this week's games. I'm hoping this coming week we can take and do it, and then possibly take and talk about the games as they're going next week. Next week's games, I haven't even looked. Yeah, next week's games a little bit better. I mean, let's see. Starting on Friday next week, I mean, you got Boise State versus Marshall. And Boise State took and beat Florida State, which is funny. Charleston, South Carolina is playing Charleston Southern. I guess we can chalk that one up to South Carolina, but after tonight, there's no telling. Yeah, the Friday night games aren't that great. I mean, Purdue is playing Vanderbilt. Purdue probably taking get that one. Virginia Tech's playing Old Dominion. I have to watch that one. That's kind of a rivalry game because Old Dominion's right there in the middle of Norfolk, and they played them hard last year, and I think Old Dominion actually won. You got West Virginia playing Mizzou, and then let's see. Wait, I go too far? Oh, I sure didn't. All right. You got Michigan playing Army, Rutgers playing Iowa, Syracuse is playing Maryland. Maryland took and showed out today. They took and won 79-0. They beat these shit out them boys. The game next week to watch, in my opinion, will be Clemson versus Texas A&M. Seeing exactly how well Texas A&M can play against Clemson. Last year they took it to them and damn near beat them. Other than that, I mean, there's not really any really good games that are going to be on. Oh, LSU versus Texas, and then USC versus Stanford. I mean, that's you could call that a good game. It's in conference, so it is what it is. I mean, there's not really a whole lot of big games next week. Normally, it's week 3 and week 4 we start seeing the really good games, getting into the meat of the schedule. So, Alabama's we got to take and face somebody that's going to be a challenge before I'll say we're looking like a champion. We played Duke. They're a basketball school, so. And they'll take and win 8 games in the ACC. And the ACC, the only team that's really good there is Clemson. So I'm not going to really take and go, oh, yeah, we beat a good team. I mean, they're quality team, but they're not really a good team. So I'm going ahead and end on that note. Y'all have a lovely evening. Thanks, everybody that took and joined me. Peace out.